Rahab Ministry serves the women primarily in Summit County area, the women that we meet on the streets of Akron that have been caught up in a lifestyle of prostitution, drug abuse, and alcoholism. We minister to the women that are broken. We minister to women that have been considered castaways. We minister to the women that are in the jails locally and also in strip clubs. When we first opened the Rahab House about 6 years ago, it just came to my attention that time and time again, women would come in here and you could just sense they would just exhale and just have this moment of relief when they come in here. And to see that happen over and over, and for them to even say, I feel safe here. That was our goal. We want them to be able to have a place that they can come and they can feel safe and they can know that we're here just to love them. A dear mentor and friend of mine had said, Becky, just start small and just do a few things, but do them well. And I knew that I would had to wait for God's timing to move on to the next leg of the ministry. And having a safe house for the girls and the women that have been rescued from human trafficking is where God is leading us now. There's many times in Ohio and Akron and our own surrounding areas that we hear about girls and women that have been trafficked and have no place to go. They have no support system. A lot of times we serve women that were trafficked as little girls and no one was there to rescue them. And now we call them criminals as adults, and we overlook what has happened to them and all the coercion and the manipulation and the fraud and all these things that happen to these little girls. Currently, we have an option to buy a property that is in an undisclosed area, and it's a beautiful home nestled in a very large plot of land, and I'm really excited about this. And we have time now to raise the funds. We would like to be able to purchase the house outright and also have some operating costs prepared before we open up the house. The cost of the house is $410,000. We would like to have about another $100,000 before we open for operating costs.
The need for a safe house is tremendous. So many of the women have nowhere to go. We can present biblical truths to them. However, there is just logistically nowhere for them to go, and the safe house will allow God to continue that next step of transformation to heal them from deep wounds and experience His transforming power. So we would ask that you would be praying for His timing and His provision so that we are clear on His word and His guiding as we proceed forth.
When I spend time with the Lord, I can just almost picture their faces, and I can see these girls and how exciting it's going to be able to bring them into a home, a place that they can call home, a place where they can have healing and restoration. So I would just ask you to join me and the rest of the Rahab Ministry in prayer that this will all come to fruition through Christ.